Hi, U6 College students. You might be a little surprised to find me sitting in Provost Oresky's office today. Um, I don't know if any of you know that Professor Oresky's won a prestigious prize, the Francis Bacon Prize from Caltech. And so that means that this quarter, as part of that prize, she is teaching at Caltech and on sabbatical from UCSD. So I've been asked to come in and substitute for her just for the quarter. You can expect to see her back here in the summer. So I thought I might introduce myself to you this way and let you know a little bit about me. My name is Susan Kirkpatrick, and I came to UCSD 30 years ago as a junior faculty member in the Department of Literature. My field is Spanish and comparative literature, and I've taught all that time. I retired just 5 years ago, but before that, for the 2 years before I retired, I was provost of Muir College, so I know a little bit about how colleges work. However, for me, it is really exciting and a great opportunity to be able to come back to campus and see how the campus has grown in the years I've been away, and particularly to see how Six College has grown. When I retired, Six College had just been launched and hadn't even had a graduating class yet. So I come back and I find this thriving, dynamic community here that it's just a delight to be part of and to get to know. So that's my story for now. Edit that out.
Oh yeah, no, great. Could you share with us then your educational background, where you went to college, and perhaps your college experience?
Yeah, it's very interesting. It was a long time ago, but I grew up in Wyoming, which is a large state in area, but very small in population. So it was just a tiny town, which had some good and bad aspects. One was that we had a lot of freedom just to roam around the hills and do what we wanted without a lot of adult supervision, but cultural opportunities were a little few and far between, really. I then went to the University of Wyoming as my undergraduate career, but I learned there something very exciting to me, which was that it was possible to study abroad. So I did my junior year studying abroad in Spain, and that really opened up the world to me. I discovered that there was a really big and interesting and varied world beyond Wyoming. And so when I came back from that experience, that kind of launched me on my career. I just fell in love with Spanish culture and history, and that became what I studied. I was able to go back to Europe to study. I got a Fulbright fellowship after I graduated and went to England, studied at Cambridge University for a couple of years, learned French and French literature there. Then I went on to Harvard and got my PhD in comparative literature. And my first and really only job as a faculty member has been at UCSD. It was exciting to get to UCSD back in 1971, too. It wasn't even 10 years old at that point. So there was a lot going on, a lot of planning, a lot of growth. And it's been just a wonderful experience all through my whole career to be here at UCSD.
Wonderful, that's perfect. Could you share with us any hobbies you have outside of work, and perhaps like your favorite books or movies or...
Well, in terms of hobbies and what I do outside of the university, I've been retired for 5 years, and this is a long way off for all of you. But when you do reach retirement age, it's a wonderful opportunity to explore all kinds of interests and possibilities that you didn't have time to do when you were doing whatever you're doing as your vocation. And so I have just found it really fun to be retired. I've taken up oil painting. I spend most of my time now doing painting, taking painting classes, just exploring that whole side of life. And I have also gone back to piano playing. I try to practice every day, and I have a little chamber music group that I work with. So I've had those opportunities to explore those things. The other thing that I've done since I've retired is I've been studying Chinese, and it's really hard, and I've worked very hard, but I've gotten to the point now where I'm actually reading a contemporary Chinese novel. You know, it takes me about an hour to read 1 or 2 pages, but I'm making my way through this really big book. But I really recommend to all of you that any opportunity you have to learn another language, be in contact with another culture, is really just a life-enhancing experience. Now I see China in an entirely different way, and I think it's an exciting country to be following right now, because it's so dynamic and growing so fast and becoming so important in the world. So those are just some of the things that I do with my time when I'm not teaching or doing scholarship.
I don't know if you want to touch upon perhaps goals or plans or anything you have for Six College in this very short time that you're here with us, or touch upon how we're in the process of hiring 2 new big positions. I don't know if we don't want to go there at all. Or...
I think maybe we'll leave that out. There's just not...
Okay. Yeah, and then it's too short. Okay, so if you just want to
so
do
let me do my little wrap-up
yeah.
thing.
I don't know if you want to do like see you at events or...
Yeah, let's see, I'm thinking. I think I'll just say. So I hope that gives you some idea about who I am, why I'm here, and what I'm about. I'm really looking forward to meeting as many of you as I can while I'm here on campus this quarter. I'm going to be coming to a lot of Six College events, and hoping to get to meet many of you there. And I hope you, when you see me at events, will come up and introduce yourselves, and we can have a little chat. So I look forward to that opportunity. Thanks.
Perfect. That's great.